What's up, everybody? It's Jerupidus, and we are back at it drafting the Arena Cube. So let's check out what we got here. This pack actually looks pretty weak to me. I like Fairgrounds Warden. I like Cast Out quite a bit. And Sublime Epiphany as well. I think I'm just going to take Sublime Epiphany. I think it's more fun than Cast Out, a little more exciting. So let's do that. Liliana, huh? Well, I guess I don't expect to be zombies, but it's certainly possible. Gonti seems kind of awesome, right? Like, casting your opponent's cards in this, your opponents are certainly going to have powerful cards, like, throughout their entire deck. So I think this kind of effect is really even stronger than it is in an ordinary draft format. And then Spark Double is pretty sweet as well, but it is only a creature or planeswalker you control. So that makes it a little bit less exciting to me. But I think I'm just going to take Gonti. Yeah, sure, why not? All right, I do love Cruel Reality. That is a super fun win condition. But I also feel like people are a little bit better at destroying enchantments. There's a lot more catch-all removal in this. So, I mean, Ruin Crab is pretty sick. And we could just be like a mill deck, but it seems a little bit hard to protect Ruin Crab for like a whole game. And I guess I'd like to be able to put more than one land into play. And then also it's a little bit better value if you're milling yourself for reasons. Does Gonti mill them? No, the rest go on the bottom. Okay, well, this is kind of tough. I think I'll just take Ruin Crab. Why not? Okay, I do like Vraska a whole lot. That's another good piece of catch-all removal and card advantage. That seems good to me. Could probably pretty easily splash that. And Eliminate is pretty good as well, but I think we'll take Vraska. Fabled Passage is looking pretty good, and so is Breeding Pool, because Breeding Pool gets that green in for my Vraska. And considering that this will come into play untapped if I need it to, I think I like that maybe a little bit more than Fabled Passage. But if we're going to be kind of a slower deck, it's definitely close. We'll just take Fabled Passage. Because I would probably end up playing a forest anyway. Okay, well, there's a Secret Keeper. So now we're getting close to, like, some mill stuff, I think. I think I'm going to take that. Yeah, sure. All right. Thirst for Meaning seems decent. So does Treasure Map. Treasure Map also helps fix for my Vraska. So I'm kind of in for that. Let's do that. Of any creature card in a graveyard. That actually seems really sweet with my mill cards, right? I mean, 5 for a clone is not amazing, but it does seem fun. What does this even do? Huh. That does seem like it gets pretty crazy in the late game, but I think we'll just take Body Double to go with our mill stuff. All right, now what? I could... Blood for Bones seems kind of hard for me to use, honestly. I mean, I already have, like, a Ruin Crab, or, I mean, a Secret Keeper to sack, but I'd rather, like, try to bounce that or something. I don't have a lot of instants right now. I think I'll just take, maybe Arch. That's, like, some good late-game card advantage. Okay, Eldest Reborn came back. I like that. That's another reason to mill my opponents. And get their stuff, you know? Yeah, we'll take Cruel Reality. I don't know if it'll make the deck. 7 mana for an enchantment that may end up just killing one creature doesn't seem great, but we'll see. I think a Divination is fine, and possibly better than Divination. Sure, Essence Capture doesn't seem amazing, but it's probably fine. I don't think I'm going to play Mirrodin's Core. All right, so what do we got here? I like Thought Erasure, I think. That goes pretty well with our body double. And then Scholar does seem good, but I don't have a ton of spells to go with it right now. But I was pretty impressed with that card when it was played against me. And then the Immortal Sun is pretty good as well. Why don't we take Thought Erasure? I think I like that. Okay, I like Command for sure, and I also like Languish. But Command is amazing with a Ruined Crab and a Secret Keeper. If I can get a couple more mill cards, then we'll really be in business. Yeah, let's do that. All right, I think I like Lay Claim here. We have a lot of expensive enchantments, but I think that's going to be fine. Because you can always cycle it if you're in trouble. Oh, Sky Sovereign again. But Thrix actually, with multiple cards that are more expensive than this, that's actually kind of sweet. Let's make sure there's not any lands that I'm very interested in. I think it's going to be Thrix here. I think I need to take this Temple of Deceit. Chart of Course is pretty good. Because I can discard things and then command them back. That is decent, but I think I'll just take the Temple. Ooh, Champion is also really good. Man. No, let's just take Temple. Let's be sane. All right, I think... Ooh, Zagoth Triumph was perfect. Let's do that. Okay, what do we got here? Nothing much. I mean, I could take like a Phylath. There's like literally nothing for me to take. I don't like Blood Artist, but I do like Evolving Wilds. And that's getting me pretty close to only having to play one forest. In fact, that probably does it. I mean, Gravebreaker Lamia is interesting. Like, it could probably get there. And then Acquisitions Expert is just like a discard one. Let's take the Gravebreaker and see if anything happens with that. Yeah, Garrick's Uprising is not going to get there. This is a red-white land. I'll take an Archfiend. I guess I do have, like, one other cycling card. And maybe I can get some more. Citadel seems kind of bad with multiple 7 drops, so I think I'm just going to take Bedevil and see if my mana gets there for that, but I doubt it. Freaka Spawn is pretty good because we could end up wanting to mill ourselves. But it's also just like a good value card, good blocker and whatnot. That's a green-white? No. Kind of looks like mono red is open, but... Okay, Hydroid Crisis is something we're very interested in. And so is Shark Typhoon, but because I'm not really playing a bunch of instants, I do have a Thrix. But he does make my stuff uncounterable, which is pretty sweet. And I do love Hydroid Crisis. I don't know if we're going to get there with Field of the Dead. 7 or more with different names. I mean, 3 different basics, and then this is still not that close. And Ashok's kind of a non-bow with what we're doing, so I think we'll just take Crisis. It'll give me a good reason to splash that green. Thoughtseize is pretty sweet. Is that something I want to be doing? It's also just Neutralize, which could work with the cycling thing, but I think Thoughtseize is pretty good, especially in Cube, where people are going to have, like, legitimately powerful cards. Yeah, Ominous Seize is not really what I want. Chander's Edict seems decent with the flashback, but maybe it's just Midnight Clock. It is a little bit of ramp. And then eventually a draw. I do kind of wish I had taken Languish. Because we lack mass removal. In fact, we don't have a ton of removal in general. But I think that's not going to be a huge deal. Unless we play like a straight up aggro deck. I think Castle Vantress is like fine. Yeah, let's take it. What do you do? That's interesting because I can bounce my Secret Keeper, but I don't know if that's really what I want to be doing. It probably should just be Watery Grave. Yeah, let's just take that. Alright, I think I like Dusk Legion Zealot. Just as a way to keep my card velocity going. There is also the Blooming Marsh, which is getting me much closer to making me wish I had taken Field of the Dead. In fact, I probably should have, but let's take the Zealot. I think I like Disallow. Field of Ruin is also mildly interesting, but I don't think I want any more colorless lands. So we'll just take the Disallow. A God Eternal, huh? I don't hate that. It's a reasonable finisher. Crawling Barrens is also pretty good, though. Why don't we take that? Oh my god, Field Wield? And I took that Crawling Barrens? Perfect. Alright, that's a win condition. That's a win condition. I can't believe that Wield. I don't need any of these lands. But if I were to take one, I guess this one. Yeah, nothing for me here. I may just play some off-color ones to maximize my field. We'll see. All right, the big problem that's jumping out at me is my lack of removal. I do have some discard and some counter spells, but I don't have a mass removal, which is not great. How many lands did they give me? 17. And that's kind of a lot of colorless. But Treasure Map makes that a little bit better, and so does the Triome. The Triome helps a lot. And so does Fabled Passage. So how many blue sources would that be? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And for black sources, I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then for green sources, I probably don't need 2 forests. Like, 1 forest is probably fine, but I would like 5. So how many would this be? 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's about right, actually. That still means I have to add a couple more cards. I think I like Icy. And I might try to... does Gravebreaker Lamia do anything for me? I could go put Farika's Spawn in the graveyard, but I don't cast spells from my graveyard, so that doesn't seem particularly exciting. And then for Archfiend, I only have 1 cycling card, I'm pretty sure, so that's pretty awful. But it is just a 5/4 flyer with cycling, so what could I do? I could put in... Oh, I didn't take that cycling land, did I? That's kind of dumb. I mean, maybe Key to the City gets there. Getting to make something like Thrix or Hydroid Krasis unblockable seems okay. Yeah, okay. And then how close would I be to, like, siding in Traxos as a surprise. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are sagas historic? I don't think so. I think it has to be like a legendary enchantment or something. Doesn't seem super interesting, but I think I like this. This is like a sweet blue-black Sultai control deck. And hopefully other people are just playing mid-range and we can just kind of punish them with our big spells. I am definitely worried about aggro decks, but I think we'll play it like this and see how it goes. All right. Well, we got a Thoughtseize into a crappy Key of the City, but we got a Winged Words coming down the line, so I think that's okay. And it's an aggro deck, because of course it is. So, I think I got a Thoughtseize. Alright, let's take the Adanto Vanguard. That thing's really hard to kill and hard for me to block. I do have a Secret Keeper, but it's also their next play. Yeah, I think we'll do this in an effort to draw the land. We do not. That is not great. Alright, there's the Sunwing. Okay. That ender's tapped, huh? That's not great for me. Alright, well, none of my stuff can block. So, Key doesn't seem good. Let's just play the treasure map. But we're going to take a bunch of damage here. That's terrible for me. Alright, let's play Winged Words. And I guess I might as well attack. And then we'll scry on upkeep. Yep. That's not going to do it. And so now fight as one can protect their stuff. I'm going to fall to 3. But if I don't do something now, they can just kill me, right? 4, 5, 6, 7. So I kind of need to make them use that. Icy's not going to do it. And Gonti could just mean I lose. So I kind of want to do this.
You won't see the end coming until it's too late.
And then if they have a mass pump effect, we're doomed.
They vanish all the time.
Yep, that's terrible. So I'm just dead in the air. Okay, so what do I want to do? Key seemed horrible. I wonder if I can replace that with anything. How hard would it be to get Bedevil in my deck? I would need a red. That seems like too far to go, maybe. I mean, I guess I could just play Archfiend just as another flyer. That's about all I got. Doesn't seem like blocking is a great plan, but I'm not really sure what else to do. Yeah, actually, okay, I've got an idea. So instead of Archfiend, we're going to play Bedevil. Actually, I think I'm still going to play Archfiend, and I'm going to cut Hydroid Krasis and then cut a forest for a mountain. That gives me 3 red sources, and I could even put the Crag Crown pathway in. Just as a mana for both my splashes. And we can probably just cut, like, Arch. I don't expect that to come up particularly. So let's do that. Alright, on the play, pretty reasonable mana. And an early blocker. I don't know how much that will matter for their flying, but we'll go with it. Isamaru. Do I want to draw the card here? Probably. Alright, land is reasonable, but I do need a second black. Trample and lifelink. Should I block? Probably. Probably just go ahead and block. Alright. We've got all our splash colors, but nothing to play. Yep, I will block. Okay, Triumph is a good one. And now we'll have Thrix and Sublime Epiphany coming down. Alright, Bo3's pretty good.
My faith will not be eroded by the sands of legend. Now is the time to
I think I'll just go ahead and block. Alright, so we could put down a Death Toucher. And it's certainly possible we could hit a 1-drop off this, so let's do that. Yeah, I think I'll take your Perilous Myr. And then we'll play Evolving Wilds. Okay. Ah, so it gets indestructible.
Ketra's love is your shield.
Okay. So do I want to block this? It gives me fewer options to do stuff with Sublime Epiphany. So I think I'll just take it. Yep. And I guess I'll take a black. Eldest Reborn is a strong draw. Why don't we do that? Right, you lose Bo3. No attacks. I'll block. Okay. That's not bad. But we do get to bounce that and reset it. I think that also works. Yeah, and Gandhi's good. You still get to cast this even if you kill him. That's pretty sweet. So what can I get back? Gonti? I like that. I think we got there this one. My graveyard. And what do you give me? Is it just a creature? Is that one of them face down to me? Look at that card. That seems good. Attack for 1. You have a bit of work to do on their life total. Sure. That's actually fine. Okay. And should I block with Gonti? I probably shouldn't take 6. But having the Death Touch blocker seems valuable. Yeah, we'll take 6. Lay Claim seems sweet. So I could get rid of their Heliod, but we could just Sublime Epiphany this turn. Could just take the Banalish Marshal to... Why don't we do that? Yeah, I think so. And we'll get in for 5. Yep. Coming in. I think it's got Trample. So I think I'm going to double block. Just get 6 toughness on it. Okay. Yeah, you still get a 2/2 out of that. That's pretty annoying. I think I just like having the Sublime Epiphany now, though. We'll get in for 5. Yep. Yeah, and I think we can just hold like this. Vraska's D's. But I think I just want to leave up the Epiphany. I feel like almost nothing can go wrong as long as I've got that. So Epiphany's 5. So I still can't quite cast that and something else. It's time. So target a non-land permanent. Return target permanent. Target a creature you control. Let's do Banalish Marshal. And target me. Why didn't... Wait, what? Should have countered that. I feel like I selected all the options, but I must have missed one. Oops. Alright, so you got a 3/4 flyer. Why don't we go ahead and kill that?
I'm good at what I did. I've suffered worse.
That's probably pretty sweet, right? It's my graveyard, right? In a graveyard. So I can make like an aerial responder or something. Ooh, a Skyclave Apparition? That would be sweet too. Yeah, I think that stays on top. There's enough options. And then we can play the spawn. Yep. Block like that. All right, let's play body double. And I think, Apparition. Sure. Let's go plus.
Being ruthless has its rewards.
Sack that. Draw a card. And we'll just play Icy now. And they're going to die very soon here. Sure. No attack with Heliod, huh?
It seems fortune favors you.
And let's play Archfiend. I do wish I had a cycling card right now. That would be nuts. Midnight Clock. And I do have to watch out for the Hanged Executioner, because it can exile something. So I think instead we'll just attack with some ground stuff. Let's see, they're at 13. What if I attack all? They definitely have to block somewhere. They can, like, block an exile. I don't know if I should be scared of one card off the top from them. And I have Icy. Yeah, let's just jam. Yeah, it is still 13, so they do have to block with both. Or they could block one with Hanged Executioner and exile something else. Yep, sure. That kind of doesn't make sense to me, but I have to feel like there's not very many good options there, so. Okay. Game 3. Yeah, I definitely like having the Bedevil. Krasis doesn't seem bad, but Vraska just seems more important. And in order to fit the red in, I kind of feel like I should ease up on the splash of the green. Yeah, okay. Being back on the draw is a little scary. Maybe I should just, like, bring in another blocker. This thing can actually be a reasonable blocker. They have a lot of flying, though, but that puts me on, like, 4 creatures I can play early, which does help. And maybe Command is just no good because it's really slow and costs me life, which I probably won't have the luxury of being able to spend anyway. Let's do that. This does not look good, but I do have a scry on turn 1, so I think I'm going to keep it. Perfect. I'll just play that on turn 1 instead. That's a shame. Alright, would I rather scry or just play treasure map? I kind of feel like I need to scry now. Because on turn 3, I'll be able to play treasure map and activate it. Another land is not what we want. And we do have Evolving Wilds to go get red if we need it. So we're going to take some damage here. Yep. That is no good. But I think I'm best off just playing treasure map. But yeah, not taking that Languish is making me feel pretty silly right now. I'm going to keep that on top and hope that I can get there. I don't know that I will be able to actually stick Archfiend. He'll be tapped. I'll have to block this turn. So I'll have to block this turn. I will take 3, 5, 6, 7. I'll fall to 5, and then Archfiend will come into play tapped. So I'm going to die anyway. So Archfiend is not a realistic plan. Unfortunately, I think we just lose. Yeah, we'll get the red, just in case we can hit a Bedevil. Oh, wait. If I can trigger Treasure Map, I might be able to do both, and then I might live. Okay. But we do have to block. Yeah, it'll be 5, and then 3 is 8, but I only need 7, and tapping this will do it, I think. Okay. Yep, we gotta block 3. That's fine. So we'll activate this. Don't want that. And my turn. Okay, so we activate Treasure Map. That's... I don't know. Probably no good. They just have an Elspeth. So, probably don't want that. That makes 3 treasure tokens. So that's 6. This will be 7. So I can play Archfiend. That comes into play tapped, and then cycle Lay Claim. Oh, and Triumph is cycling too. Okay. That's pretty huge. I'm glad this doesn't immediately kill me. I can clean up the tokens if they choose to make tokens. So they only deal me 2. Okay. So I can go land. I can cycle Triome. But then I can't also body double. And I kind of need to kill Elspeth here. So I think... unless there's something I can copy... not really. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, and I'm going to hit Elspeth and hope that I don't just die here.
I have not given up the fight.
I guess they can rebuy that immediately, which is pretty annoying. Yep.
Neither monsters nor gods.
Take 1.
Together we can exact justice.
Alright, Winged Words doesn't seem bad. I do still want to be able to cast Sublime Epiphany, though, and I will be able to. So let's draw 2. I think I like Field of the Dead. That's pretty sweet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do I have enough blue for Sublime Epiphany if I play this? I don't think so. Yeah, that just adds colorless. So I would not have enough to play Sublime Epiphany, and I think I need to do that. Okay. I hope this gets blue. Yes, okay. No attacks. You got 6 cards left, and this is exile 4, so... sure. Okay.
Courage will bloom in all who seek justice.
Perfect. Okay, there's counter target spell. Let's not mess that up again. So let's bounce token, creature, me. And now we get to go pretty ham here. So I can play field, make a 2/2, play body double, and what can I copy? If I was going to copy Ruin Crab, I guess I should have done that earlier. So I guess I'll just copy Aerial Responder. I think that makes the most sense. And I'll play Midnight Clock, because why not? And no attacks, because I want to have enough blockers. Because they can Ancestral Blade. But that's just +1/+1. So they can give something +3/+2. So that means I will have to make a trade, I think. Yep. And I would like to not lose Aerial Responder, because I think it's actually pretty important to have that.
Even the gods cannot escape my wrath. Find your valor and fight.
Okay. I mean, I have to block both. If their last card is Fight is 1, that could be an issue, but it should only save one of them. So I think what we'll do is put this one here and just go like this. I get to make free 2/2s, and I have Aerial Responder to harass them in the air. Okay. Perfect. So let's make a 2/2. We'll tech them. And then we'll go ahead and Vraska.
Go ahead.
We'll just kill their only creature.
I guess today's your lucky day.
And I don't have quite enough... no, I would have enough mana to put a counter on Midnight Clock, right? If I don't tap it. 1, black, 3, 4. Sure.
Heroes, rally to me.
That's plenty of stuff. Okay, I like the essence capture. Let's play the island. Make it 2/2.
Everyone is expendable. Except me.
Yeah, I probably don't need... I guess I could just sack this. Icy's pretty good. And... pass. Sure.
The heart of a hero beats within your breast.
Should I double block? No, let's just single block it. That resolves. All right, let's play the land. Make a 2/2.
It was probably going to die anyway.
Second island, draw a card. Gonti's pretty sweet, but I think I want to do this. I get to do both. Maybe I'll do Gonti first and just see what I get. And then I have 6 mana for Farika spawn. Well, we'll take the Heliod just to make sure they don't cast it. I guess I should not select creatures. But I think we got this. That was close. We stabilized at 1 and lived through multiple Elspeth rebuys. And now we're about to draw 7 cards. Yep.
Find your valor and fight.
Sure.
Neither monsters nor gods will stand.
Sure.
Courage will bloom in all who seek justice.
Sure. Why don't we draw 7? Well, first let's just kill Benalish Marshall.
It seems fortune favors you.
Let's attack. Yeah, we want to use this for the hour counter. And can I cast this? I guess I'd really like to cast the Knight. Oh, but I have that up? Yeah, we'll just leave that up. Leave up the Sublime Epiphany. Yep. I'm impressed they're still playing.
Rest. I will continue the fight.
Counter target spell. Bounce. Create a token. Draw a card. Alright, so let's bounce you. Let's copy Gonti. Let's draw a card. Okay. GG's, Chaos Silver. You really hung in there. See, I did like having the Bedevil in. I think that makes some amount of sense. So we can cut a green for this. But I still want a mountain for Fabled Passage and Evolving Wilds. So let's get a mountain in. And could we cut anything? That puts me at 18 land. Yeah, let's just cut the key to the city and play 18 lands. I think that makes sense. This does not look good. Oh, and they even have a companion? That's sweet. Let's see. I think I'm going to mulligan this. I mean, okay. What do I bottom? I like the Bedevil. I feel like maybe I don't need Midnight Clock. I have this to unmulligan me some removal, and then this will draw me some cards. And it's not clear to me that this game will come down to super grinding in the late game. This is ramp, though. This is hard to bottom. Maybe it's just the divination. All right, we'll play for the long game. Because if they have Karuga, then that means they're not going to get started until 3. So that means I have time to set up these dinky artifacts. And I think I'm going to play... Yeah, we'll go like this, and we'll play the clock. That lets me use Treasure Map immediately. Did they miss? That is unfortunate for them. I do want this red, so we'll keep it. But that doesn't allow me to cast anything this turn, so I think we'll just play the Temple. That seems reasonable enough. I can cast that in, like... I'm at 5, 2 turns. Oh, no, actually, I'll be able to stick this next turn. Okay. Because I'll be able to flip the treasure map. And I think that'll do it. Yeah, I'm at 5. It'll be 6, 9, and then -1 is 8. So, yeah. Okay. Well, it happens to the best of us. Drawing only 2 lands in your Karuga deck is unfortunate. So they're like... They have big spells. Is there anything I can do about that? I guess getting a Knight of the Ebon Legion down early would be decent. But maybe I'd just rather have Archfiend. Hard to say. But with stuff like Chromatic Orrery, they're probably just casting huge spells, so I'm really interested in getting underneath that, I think. But maybe that's just dumb. Could just be real dumb, right? I mean, I definitely like Essence Capture. We could ditch Command, but if they have huge things in their deck, that does seem kind of sweet, but we don't have a ton of life gain. I'm not real sure what to cut here. Maybe we'll just cut Zealot. Alright, Treasure Map into Hydroid Crisis seems sweet, so I'm going to keep this. Believing that my opponent will not start until 3. I do like that. So we'll lead on blue. Then we'll play black and then Thought Erasure, and then we'll play Treasure Map on 3. Yeah. Kind of tempting just to take the 3-drop. Making their spells uncounterable is pretty unfortunate, but I think this card is also pretty scary. Deals 3 damage to each non-elemental creature. That's also kind of a nightmare for me a little bit. So this is a tough call, but I think I'm just going to take the 3-drop. I don't think I care about this too much. Okay, so now we'll play the forest. We'll treasure map. I just don't know if Crisis is going to be good enough. Ooh, I like that. That's huge. Yeah, I'll just counter. That seems real sweet. Yep. We'll copy Golos. Take that action, and then I want Field of the Dead, I think. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm still a little ways away, but it does seem sweet. So Treasure Map would give me 8 mana. Would also let me spin Golos. Yep, let's do it. I don't want that. I want stuff to do with Golos. Yep. So we'll Thoughtseize. Boy, they have a lot of bombs here. Wish I could cast Essence Capture on one of these. I don't think I'll get to activate Golos again, so I don't know if I care about Kogla, but it is kind of huge, which is kind of a nightmare. It's 3, so it survives that, and I can use Field to keep up with Phylath, so I think it's Kogla. Yeah, I'll get in. Wow, they conceded? I'm amazed. I didn't really feel like I was winning. Okay. Well, we're 2-0. And I did submit 41 like an idiot. I feel like this is one of the worst cards in my deck. So we'll just get rid of it. Okay, here we are in the finals. Let's play first. Well, this is not good. I could cycle Lay Claim. That seems kind of nightmarish, but I do have Field. No, this is a mulligan. Come on. Okay, I like this better. So we'll keep this. I like all my spells. And Treasure Map kind of fixes me, so I probably don't even need the Cragtown. And I need all of these. I need both my blue. So maybe actually I can bottom Swamp because I have the black. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Let's do that. Do I want an island? No. We'll bottom it. Okay, so they're red. Which means I probably want to do this. Pay 2 life. And pass. Yeah, and I'm just going to keep leaving up counter spells. That's a shame. Alright, well. I can play this. And looking at this, would I rather have Bedevil, or would I rather be able to hit Vraska? I have both Vraska and Hydroid Krasis, so it seems much more likely that I will need the green. And then we'll play the treasure map. Can I? No, I can't essence capture that. Okay. Go ahead and scry. I don't really want that because I need to keep playing lands. Well, and then I draw Bedevil. That's okay. We got disallow up, so we're pretty safe. Yep, that is an absolutely not. Is there anything in graveyards yet? Yeah, I feel like I don't want that. I just want lands. So if I do this, I've got 7, so I could just stick Cruel Reality. But I could also leave up Sublime Epiphany, and I kind of want to do that. So that'll be 1 and tap. It'll be 3. I'll have 7, so I'll still have a treasure to draw a card if need be. And they still have 5 cards, so I don't think it's a good time to tap out. So I would get to counter, bounce, and draw. That seems good enough to me. Do I want an Icy? Probably. Yep. Counter, bounce, draw. Okay. So I could just play Thoughtseize. Yeah, let's see what you're working with. Yeah, I don't like any of this. So Bedevil can take care of the Great Henge. It can also hit Perilous Vault. They're not really that close to playing. Let's see, they have 6, 7, 8 mana. Okay, so they are pretty close. This is 9 total. And I'm not really that worried about it. I can just Bedevil when I want to do stuff. So we'll just get rid of the Great Henge. And if I cast Icy, I can still cast Essence Capture on the Beanstalk Giant. So let's do that. I also have Icy for it, so maybe I just don't even need to. I could also just jam Cruel Reality. Then they sack Beanstalk Giant. Yeah, I think I like that. Problem is they can vault and crack it. Yeah. Okay, so they cracked that. So if I draw land, I'm in good shape. I do not. So if I Cruel Reality, I still get to kill Beanstalk Giant. And they are a mana away. They're at 7, 8, and this is 9. So I'm going to risk it. Like, I still get to kill something for sure. And it's not guaranteed that they have another land. I mean, if they do, that sucks, but I can still play like Vraska. So they did have the land, but they chose not to play Vaults and crack it. Yep. Okay. Now I kind of don't want to play Vraska. So we could Crisis for 4, because if I play Vraska, they'll just Perilous Vault me. I cannot play Bedevil now. That is actually worth noting. So I think it's just Crisis then. And they will lose either Radha or Cultivator's Caravan here, so that's not too bad for me. All right. That's getting a little annoying. So could I Midnight Clock and do something else? I think we'll just cast the Eldest Reborn. Because I want to be able to leave up my Icy to stop this Cultivator's Caravan from hitting me. And I have plenty more to do, so the Vault is not like a huge concern. Yeah, I'll tap it. Make you use it. All right. Make 2 2/2s. And I want my red so that I can cast my Bedevil. And why don't we Vraska? Yeah, we can Midnight Clock, I think. And Vraska.
Its loss will serve us.
We could probably... Well, I don't really want to lose a land, though. So we'll just sack one of my 2/2s. Yep, that's fine. I still have plenty more cards. Fauna Shaman is interesting, but I do have Essence Capture to kind of not worry about that too much. Yeah, now we have Essence Capture and Thrix, or put a million counters on Midnight Clock. By a million, I mean 2. That's going to be a no from me, dog. Sure. I think I'm ready to start putting the heat on. Gonti's a nice one. Let's take a look at more of your deck. Keeps not using Treasure Cove. black, black, colorless. Boy, I sure wish I could... Oh, I can. Okay. I wanted to cast that Thragtusk. It's like my favorite card. Oh. All right. So, I don't really see anything that I would want to change. Archfiend didn't seem particularly exciting. They do have a pretty high creature count. So, is there anything that I would want to do differently because of that? It doesn't look that way to me. So, I think I'll just run it back. Okay. Well, we've got some very, very expensive cards. But I don't expect them to run me over, so I'm going to keep this. And if I get run over, feel free to laugh at me. All right, we'll lead on Triome. We can play the field because it comes into play tapped. Okay, Rishkar is definitely annoying. All right, I like a Thoughtseize. What you got? Back for More is kind of a nightmare. They can't play Vivian next turn, but that card is very good. Okay, we'll take Viv. They're a little far off from casting it, but knowing about Back for More helps, and I don't really care about creature fighting too much. So they've got a 3/3 right now. Voracious Hydra, yeah, they can't even cast that either. Let's just take Vivian, though. And then I'll be able to play Pharika's Spawn, and then from there we'll be able to get to my higher CMC cards. I guess they do have the second green with this. Didn't think about that. Yep. So they're going to make it huge. That might mean it's time to cycle Lay Claim. Yeah, neither of these help me. But I do need to play something this turn. Okay. Take 9. Yeah, that's not good. So can they back for more anything right now? No. Alright, so I have to play Thrix. Yeah, we'll block the 3/3. Go to 1. And it doesn't look like I'll be able to escape Spawn. So I guess I can... Yeah, I'm at 1. So Epiphany... Can't really copy Thrix. So I think I'm just dead. I only have 4 different land types, so I can't even make a 2/2. I already know what's in their hand, so there's no point in doing that. And Epiphany... Yeah, this is legendary, right? Yeah. Yep, looks like we're dead. Okay, well that was fun. We were just a little bit too slow out of the gate. Not enough to bridge me to the late game. So is there anything I would want to change? Traxos could be interesting, like just a 7/7 blocker. Is that better than anything? Yeah, it could be one of these mill cards. I don't expect these to ever mill them out, really. It's supposed to combo with my body double. But for Traxos, I would have 1... I I guess all artifacts are historic, I think. So 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cards to untap him. That seems like kind of a liability, honestly. I think we're just going to run it back. The only thing I might play is Dusk Legion Zealot, just as a, like, block. But I think we're fine. All right, game 3. This is it. So I have no black. No ability to use Body Double particularly. Pretty far away from casting that. Okay, we got a mulligan. Okay, this is good. This is good. We'll keep these. And I think I can get rid of the forest because I have the Triome. All right. Because Vraska should be pretty good at killing whatever they play on around turn 3. And then Midnight Clock will get me a Sublime Epiphany a turn faster. That's a good card. So let's play the blue. Let's play the clock. Okay, swinging with that. So I think... play the red. Yeah, I think I'll just jam Vraska. And I think I'll just kill the Green Seeker.
Your demise won't be quick. Shadows. For now.
All right, that works for me. And now we are protected by Sublime Epiphany. Wow. Sublime Epiphany. And I'm not going to sack anything. And if they don't do anything, I can just play Thrix. If they do, I can counter draw. Am I just, like, fine with that? Let's counter draw. It's hard to deal with. Okay, disallows a perfect draw. Yeah, now we can play the Ruin Crab.
Pain is weakness, leaving the body.
Yeah, I'll pay the 2 life. Mill you 3. And I just want to leave up Disallow and my draw 7. Sure. Yep, seems decent to me. Ooh. Can I still cast Disallow? I can. What else you got? Yep, let's get rid of that. We can put that in the yard, I think. Well, I mean, we're about to draw 7 pretty soon, so I think the land is actually good. Yeah. Yep, I'm going to keep plussing,
Probably going to die anyway.
but I'm not going to sack anything. I don't need it. And I'm feeling pretty good here. I think Solemn is fine. They do have Arch, but, like, Thrix is going to kill them pretty quickly, and to even use Fauna Shaman, they have to draw creatures, and I'm about to draw 7 cards. Yeah, we'll plus.
One is expendable.
And no attacks, because I want to protect Vraska. And I'm glad I got my disallow back. That was... that was fortunate. Yeah, that's going to be a no from me, dog. And you have to send both at Vraska.
That stings.
My turn. Let's pop this, but I feel like this game is super over. Like, we have so many options, and my opponent has 0 cards in hand.
Sacrifices must be made from time to time.
Put Cruel Reality on you, and let's just mill them for fun. But I feel pretty invincible. Like, Vraska's about to ult. Sure. You know, my opponents, for the most part today, have been pretty good sports where they're just, like, playing stuff out. Does this have reach? Okay. All right, good games, Rex 3. And that is a trophy. All right, I want this to be my new tradition to look at the deck afterwards, other than accidentally submitting 41 cards with a Dust Legion Zealot, although he sort of shrinks your library by 1, so you could say 40 and a half. That's what we'll go with. I thought this was pretty sweet, and it seems to me that, like, what you really want to be doing in this cube is just, like, 4 or 5 color big stuff. Just ridiculousness. And that's pretty fun. I've had a really good time playing it, and I hope that you've had a good time watching it. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you at the next draft.